Strange things in the sky and around the world. Strange beings sighted. What's going on? All around us, conspiracy theories are being discussed. This is the show all about the strange things that are way out there. I'm Gary Russ, and this Way Out There's back with more weird stories of the strange and the bizarre. Keep looking up in the sky and let me know what you see. Way out there. Every third Friday at 2 o'clock Central on GJRB. There was a mistake at the Oscars, and how political did it get? I didn't watch it, didn't care to watch it because I'm sick of their anti-Trump rants. Other interesting things in the news. Rachel Dolezal, you remember her. Back in 2015, she was calling herself black. Well, she's back in the news again, and now she's nearly homeless and collecting food stamps. We'll talk about that and more on the Gary Rustin Program, live Tuesday, March 7th at 3 p.m. Central on GJRB. GJRB Online. Still the What's Happening sound. It was the year World War II ended, and the troops came home, and the music was fabulous, with big hits from Perry Como, Judy Garland, and the Andrews Sisters. The year was 1945. Listen to the year in music on the next Swing Time. I'm Gary Rustin, and I'll be featuring the biggest hits from that year, along with trivial information about the prices of items such as groceries, the news events, the culture of 1945 on the next Swing Time.
Fools rush in where angels fear to tread, and so I come to you, my heart above my head. Though I see, the danger.
Welcome back to Gary J Sports Page on GJRB. And welcome back to the program, and we are back to normal at 44 minutes. I don't know why I got that extra time. I don't know if it's because they knocked me off the air a couple of times or what happened, but I was like in hog heaven. I was like well over an hour more than, I'd say about maybe 15 or 20 minutes more than I should get on Air Talent Plan. First segment was long. It was like, wow. Anyway, we are back to normal, though, as we get back into the Gary J Sports Page on GJRB Online on Spreaker. I'm glad you could be with me today. If you want to get in on the program, we have a lot of time because we are going to do something we call non-stop talk. Yeah, we're going to do that right now and get you a chance to get in on the program. I'm going to copy this link all over the place and see what results we get from it as we continue our Sports Page show. Area code 563-613-4260 to get on the air. If you want to be part of the program, I'm glad to be part of it, and we can talk about all kinds of sports stuff and talk about Kaepernick and all that stuff. So you want to be in on the act, you can do that. Area code 563-4260. According to my list here on my public site, I'm looking at it, it went 28 minutes and then it reloaded and it calculated the time according to this. And I was pretty much, it was still doing that, but I had extra time. I was given more time, I guess, for being knocked off the air. I don't know. But it was kind of neat. I kind of liked it. Probably got knocked off the air a few times, but if you listen to the broadcast, sorry about that. There's some cutout points, but oh well. We're going to continue the program as we always do here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. That was great stuff. Non-stop talk, and we're going to start it right now, and I'm going to get ready to do the weather stuff. Okay, and we're going to do some temperatures nationwide, and we'll give you some of those. some of the ones, some of the areas that were under some, according to the national weather. Let's see, I want to go back into that for a minute, see where it was. The Sierras getting impact, the snow, the Cascades, and that will include some of the Pacific coast. We'll take a look at some of those temperatures here in a little while. But meantime, though, we're going to continue the sports page here on GJRB Online, non-stop talk. Okay, and I'm going, and okay, there we go. Let's see. There we go. Then all I do is just paste the link and post. And now you can get in on the Gary Russell program. You can get in on Sports Page because it is now posted on my Google Plus page. Okay. Cancel that. I'm going to do it again. For some reason it just didn't take. I'm going to do that one more time. Okay. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right, we got it. Part 2, Gary J Sports Page 0304 Part 2. But I'm looking at that going, 2 anyway. We'll just, also just say, why don't we say this is Part 3? I should just call it Part 3. I'm going to rename it after I get done with this segment. So I'm going to rename that Part 3 after I get done with this segment, because the best that I do that is we get in, it'll be 5:10, and then we'll be over by maybe 10 till. So I'm going to go with that, basically because I think that we're going to go nonstop talk, and I'm going to be flipping over consoles. I'm going to continue broadcasting nonstop. So this is Gary J Sports Page on GJRB Online. If you're going to be part of it, area code 563-613-4260. We're talking about Kaepernick. And what do you think? Bowling's a sport? I believe it is. That. And let's see, we're going to go down the page a little bit here, and let's see, I think they goofed. Anyway, let's see, I'm not complaining though. I had more time to do stuff. I had more time on the air that segment was fabulous. I don't know if it'll ever happen again. But anyway, let's see. We're going to go now to where's that? I was going to do some baseball now, because we've talked long enough about football and Kaepernick and all that. So I'm going to be switching over to a little bit of baseball this next half hour, and we'll do another score update at in about 6 minutes. Okay, another score update in about 6 minutes, and we'll do that. And let's see here. Okay. All right. Anyway, another score update coming up in just about a few seconds, so we're going to do that. But right now, though, we're going to take a look at some of the baseball preseason stuff. So I'm going to flip out of that and that. And we're going to go over to this baseball. Okay. And let's take a look at the MLB here real quick. I'm going to go over to my to that page where I have the spring training lineup for the Cactus League and for the for the Cactus League and for the Grapefruit League. We're going to start off with the Cactus League and give you the schedule so far in baseball and maybe even some scores. So we're going to do that right now, starting with of course the world champion Chicago Cubs. I think they warrant to be first, don't you? Because we're going to talk about the Cubs. Yeah. The Cubs. They were at Sloan Park today, I guess. Let's see. Sloan Park. Let's see. Do we have any results of that game? Spring training information? Sloan Park. Let's take a look and see what we got. Some scores. Let's go to the scoreboard. I'm going to do that right now. on a second while that pops up. Let's take a look at the scoreboard right now. In the top of the 8th inning. Okay, well, let's hang on about 4 minutes. I'm going to do a score update, and we'll do the scores. Okay, and then we'll do that. Meanwhile, I'm going to do a. Let's see. I'm going to see what's back over at our social sites, back into Facebook. Okay, flip back there and go down and see if there's anything new in sports. Okay, I'm gonna get some more sports sites on here for this show. Let's see. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Further down the line. Let me see if there's any more sports scores here. And oh yeah, did you see this? Storm chasers were a close encounter with a massive tornado. Oh man, I was watching that video the other day. Wow. And how about this? Javier Baez got the wrong World Series logo tattooed on him. This one I got to talk about. Check this out. This is pretty wild. This is good. Kind of hilarious the way Javier Baez. Normally stories like these were crazy. Okay, and the final part said, despite the Cubs having their own logo for the World Series championship and what can do, this on the pill and the baseball cards. I'm looking to find out what happened here, but apparently they said that he had the wrong. Come on, up the page. Why does this computer do this? Okay, I want to go to the main part of the title. I want to find out what happened here. Okay, it looks like he did have the wrong World Series. Wait a minute. Okay, what does it say here? 26 series. I don't see anything wrong about it. That was 2016 World Series champions. So what's the deal here? Javier Baez, star infield for the Cubs, celebrated their World Series victory but got an enormous tattoo of the championship logo. Nothing too amiss about it, but the year is right, but the team logo is right. Everything looks to be correct, but what's the problem with it? I don't see it either. The problem with it is it's not actually the Cubs World Series logo. The World Series champion Kansas City Royals. Well, they do the same logo though. So how could they say there's something wrong with that? The Cubs player gets the 2015 Kansas City Royals World Series championship tattooed on his shoulder. But I'm looking at the Cubs logo there. Oh, I see what happened. There was a wrong year. It looked like it said 2016. I don't know. But the logo seems to be the same. I don't understand that story at all. Baez decided just to give a slight update on the Royals 2015 logo. But they lucked out in both blue teams. At least let's assume they didn't honor his friend and teammate Ben Zobrist, who has an integral part in both these championship teams. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what the deal is about that, because I don't see anything wrong with that tattoo. It looks right to me. I don't see anything wrong with that tattoo. I don't get it. Area code 563-613-4260. Will you look at that thing and let me know what you see wrong with it? Because I'm looking at it saying I don't see anything wrong with it at all. It looks right to me. Let's see. What else we got here? Reports that the Pittsburgh Pirates' Jung-Ho Kang receives suspension for a prison sentence. Hear about this one. This is good. Oh boy, this is a good one. Pittsburgh Pirates, out of Seoul, South Korea. Pittsburgh Pirates Jung Ho Kang, I don't pronounce it, received a suspended prison sentence Friday in South Korea in connection with a DUI accident in Seoul last year, according to a report from the Yonhap news agency, Korea's largest news agency. The pirates. Let's get that out because I want that.
Is preparing the next generation.
Okay, I want that on because it's distracting. According to this is what it said. It said Korea that the DUI accident in Seoul last year, according to a report. Let's see. Go down here. Okay, here we go. Yonhap reported that the Seoul Central District Court sentenced Kang to 8 months in prison and will be suspended for 2 years. In other words, if Kang keeps his record clean for 2 years, he will not have to serve any jail time. According to Yonhap, the ruling clears the path for him to travel to the United States and join the Pirates in spring training, which is already underway. The Pirates had no immediate comment on this ruling. Police said that in December, with his arrest on third DUI, leading to the revocation of the driver's license in South Korea. Well, that's in South Korea. But I don't know if they're going to, why they're making a fuss out of it now, being that was, it's hard to say the reason for that, but anyhow, there you go. So what we're going to do now is long overdue score update. So I'm going to go back over to where I have that sports theme. I need to go back over there. Yeah. Here we go again. We just got knocked off the air again. Okay. Every once in a while it's quiet. I'll let you know what happened there. Sometimes we get knocked off for some reason. Don't know why. But here we go. In the top of the ninth inning right now, 9-3. Chicago Cubs in the lead. Yeah. Mike Armand lines out to third baseman Chesney Young. And let me see. Let's take a look at some of the synopsis here and see what's going on in the game. I can enter into my game day. I love this thing. Game day always tells me what's going on in the game. The ground out, Wiseman Sawyer, baseman Chesney Young, and the first baseman Taylor Davis, 1 out right now. And now they're talking about a pitching change as Ali will replace Taylor Holt. So they're going to put a replacement in. Seth Frankoff is pitching. He's a new one. He's a fresh new pitcher, fresh ERA, and the Cubs are winning 9-3 in the top of the ninth inning. And I don't know exactly where that's coming from. Let me see if that is. It can tell me that, but Hocom Park probably doesn't say exactly where that's coming from. But there you go. There's your scores there for the Cubs in the lead, 9-3. In other games in the preseason action, Cleveland is over Oakland, 13-5 now. That is in the top of the seventh inning, and Genove Oshia grounds out to shortstop Richard Martin, and Stuart Turner walks Brandon Dixon, scores Jesse Winker as the Kansas City Royals now over Cincinnati 7-3. They're in the bottom of the eighth inning right now. Other action, Los Angeles Angels getting defeated by the White Sox 6-1, 5-1. Milwaukee over Texas. These are all top of the eighth inning scores. Bottom of the seventh in San Diego over Arizona 6-4. And remember, these games don't count. This is all preseason baseball. Okay, 4-3. Seattle over Colorado. 7-4, Philadelphia over Atlanta. That's a final. Okay, that's a final. Another final score. Tampa Bay got beat by Baltimore 1-0. That was a kind of a short game. And 3-2, Pittsburgh over Boston. And that's a final. Other finals, Atlanta, Miami beating Atlanta 8-6. And New York Mets over Houston 3-1. New York Yankees 11, Detroit 1. That's all finals. These are all final scores. Minnesota over Toronto 6-2. And I guess in preseason baseball they can end a game with a tie. I never knew that. Washington over St. Louis. And that was a 1-all tie. I always thought they had to go in extra innings in preseason baseball. I never knew that. And of course, Kansas City, San Francisco. And that is a look at the scores this time round on Gary J's Sports Page on GJRB Online on Spreaker. Glad you could be with me today. And we're doing a great time bringing you the best in sports talk radio. Gary J's Sports Page. And of course, sports scores every 10 minutes. That's what we'll do. So we're at 4:48 Central Time, so that means that we just did scores. We're going to go through and do some nonstop talk. And we're doing scroll through social media right now, and we're going to continue with that. And see what else is going on here. I'm going to be dumping into the Twitter next. And we're going to see, I want to see something here on that Colin Kaepernick and see what some of the comments are on this article. I'm sure to get some on here. See if we have some comments from people on that Kaepernick deal. We have some here. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Some of the opinions. One from a person named Black Carter says that it matters not. We will not be booed every time his name is called for years. Another person wrote, too late. He already did the damage. I agree with that one. No doubt about it. I agree with that one. And let's see. Your opinions are also welcome. We're going to be going through here. I'm looking at some more stuff here. Thought maybe we'd find some more sports stories. More stuff on Kaepernick. Let's see. Not seeing any more. So we're going to go now and leave it and go into Twitter. So I'm going to get rid of some of these tabs, and we'll go to Twitter. So let's do that. I'm going to go to Twitter right now. I'm going to go ahead and do it here. Okay. All right, let's go to Twitter now. This let's see, because I have a lot of sports here, and we want to do some racing stuff as well. So let's kind of go down the page here and see if we can find things on racing, which I have a lot of stuff on there on my page on this. Let's see, going down the page here and see if we can find some racing stuff. I had trouble because I should tell my wife. I should tell Lily about this. I forgot the wheel on here doesn't work anymore. When I scroll down the page, I have to do it that way instead of slowly run. And what happens is I end up going to the top of the page again because it wipes it out. There is our show, part 2. I'm looking right at it. I am the Radio Maniac here on GJRB Online, and I'm looking at our posting on GJRB Online. We're live right now, and there's Gary J Sports Page. So if you are on Twitter right now, you can listen to our show right there. It's available to you, and you can leave your opinion there or talk to me in the chat room by hitting that icon, the comic book icon on Twitter's on the GJRB on Twitter on the GJRB widget. And talking about that, let's get into NASCAR, Fox Sports NASCAR right now. Check out some of the photos and take a look at some of the actions as we head into NASCAR action and talk about that on Twitter right now. Why is that red? Let me see if I can see if we're locked off here. No, that's interesting. Okay, Kyle Busch busy today. Tune in for the doubleheader on Xfinity and NASCAR on Fox. Looking to see if we have any articles here on that. Let's see. Kyle Busch Motorsports. Kind of slide down here. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to be following a lot of racing this year for our sports page show. So I really don't have anything too much on that. But I'm going to go now to the PBA, Pro Bowlers Association, and do a look on that one. And I want to see what tomorrow's action is going to be. Let me see here. I'm going to go to the PBA now, Pro Bowlers Association. And because, again, bowling is a sport, so I consider bowling a sport. Okay? Let's see. Where is that stupid thing? Okay, I want to go down the other page. Let's see, where's that PBA site? Oh, I have it here somewhere. Okay, I'm going to have to start lining up all my things before I go on the air so I can find them faster. Okay, we're going to have to save some stuff on my on the tablet, so it'll be easy to go right to it. And okay, I'm going to have to take a look and see. It's kind of probably on one of my lists. Okay, I don't know why I'm not getting it. Okay, it's got to be here somewhere. PBA stuff, because I know I saved it, but it's not here. Let me check. Is it? Okay, I'm going to have to do something to find things faster on this thing. So I am going to, as soon as I find that PBA page on Pro Bowlers Association, I will bring it to you. Unfortunately, I cannot find it right now. And it's here, I know it is. It's just that sometimes I have so much on these pages that I can never find them. So I'm going to skip PBA. We'll try to do bowling in the next half hour, but unfortunately I cannot find it. So we're going to go out of this. Let's see. I'm going to dump out of that. I'm going to go ahead now. It's getting about 5 minutes to 5 Central Time, 4:55. I'm Gary J. Russell. Let's take a look at weather on the 5. It's time now to do that once again. And okay, take a look at some national temperatures across the board. 62 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia. 57 degrees Dallas, Texas right now. 75 degrees in Roswell, New Mexico. Mankato, Minnesota, you're 40 degrees right now. 34 degrees in Madison, Wisconsin. 69 degrees in Kansas City right now. And those are some of your temperatures across America here on GJRB Online. One of the places I'm going to look up real quick, I'm going to look up Truckee, California. Okay. And I want to see their temperature and weather right now, because Truckee, I think it was part of the Sierra Nevadas in that northern part of California. Let's see what your weather forecast is for you people in Truckee, California right now. And they are under a winter storm warning in Truckee until 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. 4 o'clock Pacific time, March 5th. So we got a lot of snow there. Like I said before, that's underneath that situation where you got a lot of weather system over the Sierra Nevadas. As I mentioned earlier, you're under a heavy snow. Prolonged periods of moderate to heavy snow in the Cascades and the Sierra Nevadas. So I am right now in Truckee, California, and you guys are under a storm warning right now. This is in Truckee, California. In the northern part of California, you have a winter storm that will remain in effect until 4 p.m. Pacific time Sunday. Snow will be developing late this afternoon with periods of heavy snow lightly tonight into Sunday morning. Snow showers to continue into Sunday afternoon. Accumulations 15 to 30 inches above 7,000 feet, with locally up to 3 feet along the Sierra's crest. 10 to 18 inches above 5,500 feet, including Truckee and communities around Lake Tahoe. In the west, this is on Highway 395 on Lesson County, 2 to 6 inches elsewhere, including around Susanville. Winds southwest at about 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts at up to 50. Ridge of crest between 100 and 100 miles per hour. Wind gusts of 100 and 120 miles per hour. No joke. Lake Tahoe, wave heights 3 to 5 feet. Highest waves at mid-lake and northeastern shores. Snow levels at around 4,500 feet this evening, falling to all valley floors by midnight. Impacts of snow and gusty winds are likely to produce significant reductions in visibility and difficult driving, especially across the Sierra Passes. In addition to possible chain controls, hazardous boating conditions along Lake Tahoe, precautions, take action. So Lake Tahoe, California, you're in for it, folks. You're going to get it bad. Lake Tahoe, California, and I've been there. When you get snow there, you're covered. Boy, I'm no kidding. You're trapped. I'm not sure exactly how you're going to do that. Right now, you are 35 degrees in Truckee, California. Your winds are out of the south-southwest at 21 miles per hour. Relative humidity, 53%. And your dew point, 29.85 inches and dropping on that low-pressure system. And tonight, 35 degrees predicted with a chance of snow, showers with wind. 35 degrees tonight predicted, 70% chance. Tonight, 25 degrees with 100% chance. 26 for tomorrow, Sunday, 90% chance. More snow on Sunday night and Monday. Sunday night, 70. Be careful, please. All right, you're listening to Gary. I'm Gary J. Russell. You're listening to the Gary J. Sports page on GJRB Online. On and off the air. Keep getting knocked off the air. I don't know. I just don't know. I think our internet's been really, really lousy lately. So I don't know. It's being creepy right now for some reason. But they were nice enough to give me extra time in the first part. So I'm not going to complain. All right, here we go. Let's see. It's 5 o'clock in the Central Time Zone right now. 5 o'clock p.m. This is GJRB Online on Spreaker. 5 o'clock in the Central Time Zone. 6 o'clock East, 3 o'clock Pacific. And I'm Gary J. Russell, and this is Gary J. Sports page on GJRB Online. And I'm glad you could be with me. We've got more Sports page coming up after I take this short break.
It's that time of year once again. Spring. The time when the weather gets warm and the flowers bloom. And GJRB is starting new programs and bringing back older ones that haven't been on for a while. It's the GJRB Spring Spectacular. All new programs and old ones returning, like Radioland, Gary J's Radio and Television Classics under a new name. Radio, television, and movie classics, featuring not just radio and television broadcast rarities, but also intermissions from drive-in movie theaters and indoor theaters too, old movie trailers, and movie trivia. The Spring Spectacular will also mean the return of the blues with Gary J's Blues House and country bluegrass with Bluegrass Jubilee. New additions to the Gary Russell program, including The Man on the Street, as I take my voice recorder to the streets of Clinton and ask people their opinions on what's going on in the news and lighter fun stuff. GJRB Spring Spectacular starts in April on GJRB. The mainstream media is not telling you the truth. They have their own agenda. At GJRB, I have mine, telling you what's really going on with sources like End Time Headlines, InfoWars, Coast to Coast AM, and most importantly, CBN News, keeping you on top of what's happening at the top and bottom of each hour during the Gary Russell program. I'll give you the news and analysis of what I think with Gary J's News and Comment. Get the real news, true news, news that's not in the mainstream on GJRB. It's that time of year again when flowers bloom and the weather gets warm, and GJRB brings you another spring spectacular. Stay tuned for new programs, different voices, and the return of other favorites. Gary J's radio and television and movie classics with old movie trailers, movie trivia, and in addition, the return of Gary J's Blues House, Bluegrass Jubilee, old-time radio with Radioland, and a whole lot more. GJRB is warming up with the GJRB Spring Spectacular 2016, starting in April on GJRB. From America's Heartland, this is GJRB, Clinton, Iowa.
All right, we're back on the air. Gary J Sports Page on GJRB Online and our Gun Lap Hour of the program here on GJRB Online on Spreaker. Our last part coming up, and we're going to wrap it up with some more scores and talk more about the some schedules in the major leagues as we talk about preseason baseball. And freestyle here on Freestyle Week. Of course, all weekend is freestyle here on GJRB Online. And we just kind of lax things a little bit, just kind of relax a little bit, just enjoy the program as we're doing here, even though we are having interesting events going on, getting knocked off the air dozens of times, and getting expansion on our broadcast segment in the first half. It's like really wild. It's just like, wow. I don't know if it'll ever do that again. I really don't. Just have no clue. But anyway, glad you could be back. We got a lot of stuff coming up in our last half hour, so I hope you'll stay with me as we continue Sports Page. We're going to talk about our program schedule coming up in the in this last hour as well. And I got some things to talk about, so stay with me. We got more stuff coming up on the Sports Page on GJRB. So you want to get in on some of the stuff we've got coming up, please do as we wrap up this program for today and see who's maybe out there. And we'll try to get some more of the National League sports scores and try to get in on that bowling. I want to do some. Here it is. I think I found PBA, Pro Bowlers Association, I think. No, that's something else. Okay, never mind. I'm going to put that in another spot so that I can find it. I might get rid of a lot of my saved stuff and organize them a little bit more one of these days. I think I'm going to work on that one of my off days during that period, because I've got that new season coming up, and we'll talk about it here in a few moments. Our new GJRB program schedule, we're going to talk about that. Our new spring season's just coming up on GJRB, and we're going to talk about it coming up on this edition of Sports Page on GJRB Online. So I hope you'll stay with me, and we're going to have a really good time talking to you about all kinds of stuff in the world of sports, and we're just all freestyle as we continue this program here today on GJRB Online. Happy you can be with me, and I hope you'll stay with me for the best in sports talk radio. And closing up our show, as a matter of fact, as we get into this last hour of Sports Page and get a chance for you to participate in the program, I'm going to reiterate what I've been talking about all throughout the show today, including Kaepernick. I'm going to talk about how he's decided that he's going to stand up now during the national anthem. You know, too late and a dollar short, my friend. You've already done your damage. That's what a lot of people are saying and had opinions on it. Kaepernick stated that he was going to decide now to stand up during the national anthem. He's going to do it now. And the other reason I believe is he's doing that, of course, is to redeem himself. Because, you know, he's a free agent now, and he's looking for a team to play for. Okay. So what he's going to do now is decide that he's going to behave himself and do what he's told. Stand up. do the right thing and stand up for the national anthem. And we're talking about that, and we're also talking about some of the whole thing with this whole NFL combine thing. What is that? And do you think that is bowling a sport? I think it is. Seriously, I believe that bowling is a sport because you're competing against each other. You know, you're bowling. You bowl a frame. 10 pins. Yeah, it's a game. It's sports. Okay, it's sports. No matter how you look at it, it's a sport. All right, we're going to do that and a whole lot more. So your action, your bits are welcome. And along with that, we're just looking at some articles and picking some news stories and see what some late breaking in the sporting news. And we're going to do another sports score update coming up here in just a couple of minutes. As a matter of fact, we're going to look and see here. I want to go back and see what the NBA here. I'm going to go back to the scores. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go to sports again here and see what we can find. Got some running back results here. Leonard Fournette, Delvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey lead deep stable of tall back prospects for the NFL combined, and there's opportunity for teams in college football's top players alike. Combine got underway in earnest Thursday, so we're kind of talking about that one. And Adrian Peterson interviewed by a reporter who didn't recognize him. Okay, that one. And they were talking about Tony Romo. He had 3 perspectives must have taken into account in considering a conundrum as the Cowboys find themselves in with Tony Romo. The clearest and most transparent, though, is that Romo, who has certainly played his last snap for the Dallas Cowboys, any notion otherwise he could be ruled out just by listening to him speak to the media after Dak Prescott was named the starter, and then again after the final regular season game this year. The fire is still there. He still believes that he can play at a high level. He isn't going to ride out the last few years of his career as a backup. So Tony Romo, there's a big issue with that one. New player, I guess. New player named Dak Prescott was named the starter. Their perspective, seemingly the most convoluted. The Cowboys organization, according to this article, seems that Jerry Jones' role in the organization's decision-making has been lessened, at least relative to what it was in 1994 or until 2013 or so. Stephen Jones, best for the organization, publicly deferred all Romo-related matters to Jerry and refused to even discuss it. Wow. How about that? All right, let's see if I can find the scores here. Okay, we'll go back to that score page. I know I always go very quickly, and I'm going to do something when I get off the air with this tablet. I'm going to save a score page on here so that it's easy to find it. Because I'm finding that I'm going to find it fast when I'm on the air, and so far I've been not able to do that. Okay, let's see. Let me go to the history page again. Should find the scores there where I had them. Okay, let's see. Okay, why don't we do this? Okay, we're going to do another score update in about 7 minutes or so. 7 minutes, alright? So, well, we're going to be wrapping this up anyway, real quickly, because I'm going to do a quick local ID here on my 9-foot signal, and then we're going to be right back with more Gary J Sports Page on GJRB as we wrap it up. I'm Gary J. Russ, and hope you're enjoying the program. This is GJRB online on Spreaker.